Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am Anwa. I do art, I make music, and on this channel here we do art, and sometimes in the background I play music very lowly, so that is not annoying when you're watching the video or whatever. But today we are here because we have more Capsouls art to engage with, and we want to make more move sheets for each of these characters. We've already done about 3 so far, but I'm looking for a new one, and I was gonna just like throw the pen, and wherever I landed we were gonna pick that one. Like I was gonna like drop the eraser or throw the eraser or just do something silly, but I don't think anything would work because the insanity of it would have to be like, all right, I do the fidget spinner, right, and then wherever it stops you just move in that direction. So yeah, this is a little insane here. Like we spun it too hard. Where is it gonna stop? What is it gonna stop on? It stopped on this one. Great, amazing. All right, so this is another capsule which does not have a name. So think of the names. It's like a bowl that has like fire coming out of his body. So it's gonna be very interesting to decipher that. I don't know what we should call it. Maybe we should call it a hot pot, or roll, roll. We could call it that. And what I want to do is start off usually with a sketch of sorry, I need to get this a little bit higher up. I put it a bit low. And all right, move the magnets because the magnets are getting in the way of a progression here. And we don't really need the magnet for that one, but sure. All right, so usually we start off with a little sketch of it, and looking at it, it's a bowl, but this part is like, this is like the front part, and then you have like the eyes are like kind of like that, and then the rest of it is like kind of round, and it has like little legs. Then this part has like an arm. We will see how we do this. This is good because it lets me think about this design a bit more. None of these designs are really like finalized, but it allows me to think about some of the stuff. I feel like maybe it's kind of like, this part is kind of like tapered, and the reference is like tapered into this, and then you have like this long spot, and then it's like that, and then it has like fire. So it's like, you just give it little hands, give it its little feet. Could be a bit better, but we did what we could do, and that's interesting so far. So we're gonna call it Brawl, Or what else? What else is a good name? Brawl. Hot pot. Even though it's not a hot pot. Burn bowl. Um. Heat. Heat. Mick. Like ceramic and heat. Not really, so not really, not very inspiring, that name. But let's get to some of the ideation. And obviously it's a flyer kind of a thing. So one of the moves that I want is like you you know, essentially like immolate or something. So it will cause itself to go up in flames in order to, it's like a kind of like a self-destruct kind of move. But this one won't really make much sense until you like color it. So I shouldn't have drawn the eyes, but I will you know, worry about that later. Problem for future me. Current me is safe from that. So we will, and then like just like a flame burning his body. You can't see it. Can't see the character anymore. And it would just be like dark on this inside part, but we will wait to do that. So like this one will be called I guess like engulf, I would call it, because there'll be different versions of it where each different type can have a different level of what it does with that. What else could it do? Back back flick. So like on the back side of it, kind of reminds me of like a Deku shrub. So on the back of it, it has its the fire shoots out, and the fire is like, you know, like a jet almost. Actually no, let's call it heat jet. No, call it jet scorch. Jet burst. This is jet burst. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, it just maybe I should have put the arms back a little bit. And the ball has like patterns which go like this. You know, you really can't always see them. Jet burn, jet burst. And then another move called stationary, where it becomes like a regular kind of ball, fire hanging out of it, and you can't it boosts like its evasion, like it becomes like camouflage, pieces of defense. So just throw like a regular ball with like fire. It's just like a regular fireball. And then one more move Wait, what is this called? Stationary. Stationary. And then you have flick, where it can you know, pop a fire from its hand. And this side we're just gonna like leave it dark, and we'll have like the fire but yeah, these are the initial sketches of hot pot or whatever roll, burn bowl. There's so many different names that the individual can have, so let's just one moment. All right, so now we can color. So let's get our magnets back. And if you want to take a shot at naming it, feel free. I have no name, so I didn't know if I was going, like, I didn't know which one I wanted to do, but I knew I had to do, you know, at least one, right? At least one today. And yeah, it's very very good that I was able to put that together. Very important to be, you know, consistent in that way. I want to get like some orange in there and some red. Now I probably should have looked at like a fire before I did this, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal. You know, reference is important, but you know, you don't have to succumb to reference. The bowl is like green, and I usually just mix to make it, but I might have to go over it with some stuff. Put a little bit of actual green, give it more of a look. I kind of distinguish the shadow and whatnot. I think this part should just be dark as well because it's like indented. It's like the bottom of the bowl should be indented. I think it would be cool, like if I were to develop it more, to put like some of them have like a crack, you know, like the bowl was chipped or something. I think that would be pretty cool to do. Obviously not gonna do that right now, but it would be cool to have a little bit of that and add in a little bit more yellow. I am gonna test out this white, see what if it does anything worthwhile. Alright, that's not too bad. Oh wait, and I forgot to write flick. We got a bunch of other moves, and for this one particularly, it's going to be pretty rough. So let's just hurry up and get a base down for this. I got these color pencils for a deal on the internet. There's like a pack of 3 or whatever for like $1, free shipping. You know, any website that you shop on, check that free shipping option, see what they got. You know, art supplies, whatever it is. Sometimes you find something that, you know, people don't want, and they really will just get rid of it at any cost. So that's pretty good as well. I think I'll get dark with the orange on top of the violet. I should have probably went to the orange first and then did the violet on the inside, but because we're going to be doing yellow, and I don't think the yellow is going to come through that well, but it might, because there's a lot of like white spots that I left open. So maybe it'll read right. Maybe people won't think this is like some weird form of like Vile X Windman, because that's what it's starting to look like to me. Vile X Windman. That's kind of crazy. Some crazy nonsense to say. I did want like one of the flames to be kind of like blue, but I don't really want to play with that a little too much. Let's add in a little bit of blue, like a little accenting of blue, and then we'll add in some red on top. Even though, you know, it's kind of like it got like a little bit of like a green to it, but we'll add pink actually, because pink will like build it up. Pink is like a different altogether. I'm kind of like scribble in the pink, even getting some pink in here, like. And we will, you know, explain the move. Engulf is like a self-destruct type move, where you engulf yourself in depending on which type it is, you engulf yourself in the dominant type, which would be the first type, and that is what you will get. So like if a dragon does it, like there's a bunch of like shards that will come out of their body, and it's kind of like a, you know, a self-destruct move, but it's not invincible like how it is in certain games where a self-destruct move is a seemingly invincible in many other games, or not many other games, but many other like things where it's like, all right, you did self-destruct, like you kind of you're good to go. In this situation, the self-destruct is not pretty much, you know, you can just win with that. You have to actually engage with the actual mechanics and whatnot in the world of capsules. Let's just do that, and then let's get this red on this right here. I'm just gonna do the red straight out, and then add not add anything to it actually. The red straight out. Do more red on the rim of the flame, and do some orange on the interior and on the edge. Like just have it, try to like mix it up, and then in the middle get some yellow. And stationary is essentially an attack that, or a move that's defensive, increases your defense, raises your evasion, and allows you to take one hit, free one hit, because it's like you become immobile, you become strong. Jet burst is a move where you move quick, you move fast, you are, moving at the speed of a jet, and it will always go first. It may not be the strongest attack, but it will always go first. And it has a chance to leave them fire impaired or burned. So that is something to be mindful of, that you will get burned. I know about the rate at which I did for this, but kind of just did whatever. Maybe I could have done more like that. Get more of the fire. Maybe I could put like a little orange rim on it. Not sure. But let's just try to get fire like set up nice and neatly. I'm gonna get some yellow in there. Maybe some pink. Yeah. Don't forget, if you enjoy the channel, you enjoy the video, the content, whatnot, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, leave a comment. All of that is greatly appreciated. My sponsor is Boytime, my OC. He loves this channel. He wants to see things happen here. He wants to see me get to 100 subscribers. So thank you, and we greatly appreciate all the support, everything. Super grateful. And the last move is Flick, which is just a normal old fire move, right? He's just, you flick a flame. It's not too crazy. It's nothing too elaborate. No one's ever lost their mind over Flick. It's just a move that kind of comes and goes. One of those, like, basic moves, basic fire move, but it also offers up a chance to burn, like many of the other fire moves. I think all the fire moves should offer up a opportunity to burn the enemy. Dang. Alright, I have to be careful with this now, because I just realized something I could have done. Not enough pre-planning, but let's get like some yellow. Right, some yellow. And then get a little bit of a red. Try to like make and we gotta get this to be get a yellow, orange in there as well. Orange in there. So that it makes sense. And then we'll just add in the green. Add in some more fire to the back. And if you have a name for this character, or you want to name it, just post a name in the comments. I do read every comment. I reply to every comment. I greatly appreciate all feedback and whatnot. So those things are important, and the ways of, I guess, creating things for consumption, I would assume. But a lot of this is just mostly just like as little resistance as possible to make these things. This part is still going to be dark though because the light is not touching it. And a little bit. So yeah, that's it. The names that we are considering is Hot Pot, Roll, Burn Ball, and Heat Mick. So we have the moves Flick, regular fire attack, low damage, Engulf, which is a multi style attack based off of the typing, which essentially is a 0 to 100 move. Stationary, a defensive move that boosts your defense and evasion, allows you to take one hit. Jet Burst, fast move that jettisons you like a jet engine, but is a fast move. It always goes first, but it is not very strong. So those are all of the moves and things that we've come up with for this character, and we will see you again in the next one with a new character. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.